Well, we are joined now by a resident daredevil at Little Victories Animal Shelter. This is Josh Morrison. Thank you for joining us today.
Right, he comes on about, you know, he used to come on a lot on midday for Pet of the Week. So he's joining us to talk about a new adoption challenge at the shelter for Little Victories. We do have to talk about the cuteness overload that's happening though right now with all of the little crying and the meowing that's happening. It's just too much to handle. You met Rufus just a second ago, but we also have two precious little kitties, one that you are just lulling to sleep.
He is falling. This is what my cat looks like, except 4 times his size at this point, but adorable. So all of them are up for adoption right now.
Yes, all these animals are up for adoption. These are kind of our newest residents out there. This is Frank, that's Little Miss, and that's Rufus. They're all pretty young, so we're getting them all vetted, getting all their tests, all their shots, and we'll get them spay or neutered after they're adopted also.
I think little lady is being a little bully to Rufus. He's crying.
Oh, no, no, no.
Oh, no.
Mine is just sleeping, but he just wants to play.
He wants a friend, and she's giving him dirty looks, and she's like, haha, I'm falling asleep. Typical kitty.
They're so sweet. So, and I'm sure that these are not the only ones that you have there right now, of course, that need to be adopted.
Absolutely not. We have around 75 animals right now. We've already this year saved over 50 homeless animals, local animals, and got them fully vetted and placed into good homes. And we're hoping just continue to do more and more each month and make it a real record-breaking year for us.
Right. And you know, you really do go above and beyond. We mentioned you were a daredevil before because you've jumped into the sky midair before for Little Victories, and now, I mean, there's a reason there's a shark behind his head. Because what exactly is happening?
If we can get a total of 50 adoptions, we're trying to get amped up for summer so we can take a lot of animals in and save them before winter. We're already thinking ahead. So we launched about a 90-day challenge to try to get 50 homeless animals placed, and then I would swim with the sharks. We're less than 30 days in. We've already done over half of what we need. So I think we're probably gonna.
You're gonna do it.
You're gonna get to swim with the shark.
Yeah.
But this isn't the first time you've done something like this. Actually, if you're watching this video right now, this is a tattoo that you've also got. You've went skydiving. You've taken a polar plunge. What makes you do these sorts of things?
It's just something, you know, just to try to get people, you know, to recognize that the people do care, and just trying to be a voice for the animals. You know, people like things like that. It piques their interest. They might not be, you know, thinking about a family pet. They see something on the internet or something on TV, and they come out and look, you know, out of curiosity, and end up going home with a forever pet. So it really works. Do
you have a story from one of those, maybe your skydiving trip or something that really stands out, where someone came just to watch you and then they went home?
Yeah, we actually get, you know, after each challenge, I mean, we'll get a lot of people that just say, we've never even heard of Little Victories, that come out and end up adopting.
That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So does it scare you at all? I mean, are you nervous about swimming with the sharks?
Yeah, absolutely, I really am. I thought 50, you know, it can be hard, especially coming out of winter, but I mean, we have broke every month's record for adoption so far this year.
Okay, so that's interesting because when I phrased the question, I meant, are you nervous to actually swim with the shark? But you're more nervous that you won't reach the goal.
Yeah, that's what I'm nervous about. Yeah. So I think I'll be super nervous the day of the shark swim.
Yeah, but right now you're just focused on what you want to do for these animals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is incredible.
That's the main goal, is just, you know, to help them.
Yeah, it speaks volumes for sure. And now we have a little advertising graphic for Little Victories that you made for your next stunt.
Oh, this is funny.
Yeah, my buddy Nick did that for me.
This is great. Yeah, so how can people go ahead and donate right now if that's what they'd like to do?
They can also donate on our website, littlevictories.org. They can come out and donate. We'll give you a tour, show you all our animals, show you what we do. We don't just, you know, take animals and find them homes. We absolutely make sure that they're all vaccinated, they're spayed or neutered, so we can control the pet population. And, you know, one female cat unspayed can equal literally, you know, 1 million cats in her lifespan. So it's a huge problem around here.
It is.
Yeah.
And when you mentioned that too, another huge problem, I've been through this, is when, especially if they're strays, they start then breeding with each other, and that causes a lot of health problems for those cats.
You do get a lot of health problems. You know, their life quality just isn't great.
Right.
So we want to prevent all that, and we want to educate. We go to the schools now and educate, and it seems to be working, and there's a lot of great people, you know, and we're working with a lot of different people, and it's really, I think, making a difference.
Yeah, and, I mean, you're doing it very smartly too, with tours and going to schools, because we all know the way to getting a pet in the house is through the kids, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you've got to get them,
Yeah.
and then they need to win mom and dad over for sure.
Yeah, and even the youngest, I mean, kindergarten age, there's certain things we can start teaching them. A huge amount of animals end up in kill shelters because of the children might not be educated on how to approach an animal. And an animal gets a bite against them, and you know, everybody's scared. But animals give us all warning signs, and they talk to us. And if we just take the time to learn,
They do.
a lot of times we realize that you know, they forewarned us long before they reacted.
Right, like this guy's a little jealous of kitties, so maybe
Yeah,
he shouldn't go to a
absolutely.
kitty home. He's definitely
He's been doing all the time.
an only child puppy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Over here jealous. I have to turn him away so you don't see it.
Oh, he's gonna see anyway. Yeah, he's
just
been
been
so
over here
quiet up until this
crying.
point. Well, we thank you so much for coming. We wish you luck, of course. We'll have the information if you'd like to get involved, so that we can send you off on your shark adventure here, and of course, help the animals at Little Victories.
First warning weather.
Well, severe weather rolled through parts of the South last night. I have a cat as I speak right now. This is a look at Fayette County in central Alabama.
Yeah, you can see some ominous looking clouds there in several areas. There were reports of tornadoes even touching down, damaging homes and businesses, bringing down trees and power lines too. So definitely a really interesting system out there. And look at this guy. There's no cat. And now you're not crying.
He's so relaxed now.
He's just giving me those sad eyes like, I just didn't want to be by the kitty.
Just
He's
melts
okay
into
now,
you.
right? He just does. He's very cuddly.
I think we know what, we could use a dog here in the
I
weather
know.
center.
We should ask the general manager if we can have a WSAZ dog. It's definitely, it's so calming, this sweet little puppy who doesn't bark.
Yes.
So it's a good weekend to,
It is.
you know, maybe
Stay inside, cuddle up with the dog.
with your dog, and if you guys are looking for one, now's the season for puppies. I mean, you got to be ready for a big undertaking, but
Yes.
it's spring, they're being born.
It is. And
Yeah.
you know, we are going to see some really windy conditions heading into tomorrow. It's going to cool down. So
Yeah.
it's a good opportunity to stay indoors. But if you do have
Gonna
to
need to
head
bring the
out-
dog in for sure.
Yeah, you're going to bring the dog in, that's for sure. You're going to be just fine.
You're gonna
I
be
can't.
just fine.
I can't do the forecast.
I know.
can't. It's
I
too
couldn't do
cute.
the interview before, so it may not be productive as far as work goes if we have a dog in the studio always. But
Well,
hey,
let's get to it. Let's take a
Yeah.
look at the temperatures before I get too distracted here. We have temperatures right now in downtown Huntington at 70 degrees. Charleston heading into next week, and of course with the cool days, we're talking about some very cold nights. And I know you guys aren't listening. I don't know why I bother.
Not a word.
I didn't partake in the interview, and then you did the forecast, and
I don't
I've just
blame
been
you.
sitting here.
I've
with
had to
little
be a little
Rufus.
quiet because this little guy's just fast asleep.
That's a good
I
spot.
wish we could get a
That's a
little
very good
zoomed in
spot.
action on that face.
This-
This is just too cute.
Oh my gosh, I know, and I can't let him go. It's
I know.
therapy. This is what my cats used to do all the time. They still kind of do, but now if they stay too long, they'll smother me because they're large. But
Smother me.
but this one's the perfect size.
So the lesson here is don't feed them don't feed your cats too much so they
They're
stay
demanding.
little and they don't smother you.
Yeah, try and tell them that.
Oh,
Okay, here we go.
Oh, there it is.
Look at the little face if I
face.
spin.
Oh,
Someone has got to take this little girl.
I know, because Brittany already has 2 cats, and then she'll just be
Or
a
she
cat
would be
lady.
mine, yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Oh.
Kellyanne, thank you so much.